So if you didn't know, this show is 25 straight Mondays, 25 straight. You know, we shoot these at different times. I know people, you know, see them every week, but it's a grind and a hustle for all of us to get here and do this. And I'm proud of the crew, I'm proud of the cast, and I'm mostly proud of the fans who are starting to follow us. We got 300,000. 300,000. It's a big moment, guys. So
300K?
300K on YouTube.
In less than a year?
In less than 5 months. So we're killing it. And we want to thank the fans. And to do that, we have a little present, not just for the fans, for you guys as well.
Hey.
Season 2.
I like that.
For the boys, for the crew. And not only that, we're gonna make a limited run on these so people can get their hands on them, all right?
Wow.
So if you haven't already, if these are out, go check it out, because there's not gonna be too many. Go get yours, and maybe even we'll have you guys sign a couple and give a couple away or something like that.
For sure, let's do it.
All right. Congratulations, guys. Thank you all.
Love it.
Let's get after it, all right?
Can I ask you a question real quick before you go? This is the locker room, and we're really intentional on protecting that type of conversation. Had Cam Newton on, obviously, recently, and he was able to get some things off his chest, and it was a safe space. So a lot of people don't know, you know, behind the scenes, that's what makes everything go.
Yeah.
Give me a little bit about your story. Who are you, what you do? Because, like, athlete locker room.
Yeah. You know, I like to try to sneak in here when I can, but I'm the director, technically. Anthony Saratelli, Jersey filmmaker. I'm gonna shout myself out a little bit.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug, you know how we do on the show. But yeah, you know, behind the scenes it's a hustle from when we shoot during the week to get these out on Monday.
No, I don't care about all that. And it ain't I know they people flaming me for cutting everybody off.
Every time.
Stop. I finally read the comments and I seen what you've been talking about.
Let me finish.
Yeah, no, that's a shirt. But here's what I want to do. You play in the majors, right? And that transition. So baseball player, locker room, what we're doing, athletes, behind the scene athletes, everything we doing is about the athlete and people we're partnering with. How was that transition for you?
It was actually a little bit easier than I expected, but working with guys like you make that easy, man. I feel like I'm at home because it's the same thing. You know, it's like on the show is the same way. We come together, the whole cast, the whole crew. It's like being on a team. It is a team, you know. And the part that I hope doesn't happen, that happens on these teams, and you guys will know, you play with guys for months at a time, right? Day after day, you're with them. End of the season or in like camp, someone gets cut and you don't see them again, you know? Just like that. And I hope that doesn't happen here, man. We want to keep this team together. We want to keep going, keep grinding, keep growing, because it's a good feeling to be back in that situation.
Let's go.
All right.
We had to fight to get a meal. Yeah, wrongfully accused. We had to fight to get appeals. That's why we right to get a deal. He on the team, he gotta eat, you know, despite your skills. Keep it riding for the fam. You gotta light the wheels straight up. But in the past bad, work up in the trash bag. I'll pass a lot to take the test before I pass class. And my family needed bread. I had to come correct. That's why I keep airing it out like I just passed gas.
Ooh, no, bro. Don't entertain this.
Let's go. What's that?
Don't entertain this.
Talk to me.
Little Cactus Jack McDonald's.
I like this.
I got you some
Oh, that's the real deal.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought this
me
was
get that,
like,
man.
That ain't nothing cheap. It ain't
Oh, that's
cheap.
Travis Scott.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Here you go. And I got you a 3-pack, little socks.
Appreciate that. That's love,
Mickey
man.
D's.
Man, you know, it's not
I'm gonna
very-
keep this. You can keep that.
I like this.
But if
Yes, sir.
you was who you say you was, you would have had Travis Scott deliver it.
Man, I don't even play them type of games. I ordered this. And I said, I'm gonna get this to
can't get
Ocho
Travis
when I
Scott on the
ordered
show,
it.
bro?
So this is for you. Michi? What Michi?
She coming.
I need a double X.
Need
I'm
a double
sorry.
X?
Yeah, unless she want me to look like you. Nice big thighs right
the
here.
whole thing, huh?
But House of Athlete.
Yeah.
I need to rock this.
All right, we got you. We
I
got
get
you
a
double
double
X. Appreciate that.
And I'm recycling my bag. Don't take my bag.
All right, got you.
Get my bag on, bro.
Dang,
So-
bro.
Let's go, Jane Brown.
We can't get nothing.
I got you. I told you I was trying to give you some jeans, but you turned me down.
You want to dress me like I'm a child.
No, I just want to give you some jeans.
No, in all seriousness, man, one of the things that we do in turn, like with our team, is before we even start meetings, we do post checks. And we ask, where's everybody 1 to 10? Business, personal, and mental fitness level, basically mental health. And the reason why I feel like I want to start this show this way is because of Vincent Jackson. Dude laid in a hotel for almost 3 days and nobody found him, right? Dead. So we talk about this being a locker room and in a locker room accountability and just checking in, man. Like a lot of dudes struggling. So, you know, I'm gonna kick it off real quick, and I really just focus on mental health, mental fitness, and just personal. So for me, mental fitness, I'll be honest with you, I'm at a 10 right now, you know, because I'm reconnecting with our team and just kind of coming out of, you know, cloud 9 and connecting with, you know, everyone that we working with from production to the business. And so I'm at a 10 right now because it feels good to reconnect. That's my mental fitness level. So I'm good. Talk therapy, yoga, meditation, all of that. No need to worry about me. I'm all right right now. Maybe next week things may change. From a personal standpoint, I'm at a 10 also. Took some time off, been running 100 miles per hour, went up to Vail, snowboarded with the family. Everybody made it down the mountain good. We got all of our limbs. I remember, it's interesting because I was at the mountain and I thought about you. Right. And because like I remember back in the day, you know, you was talking about this when I first got in the league, you was like, man, the Black Ski Summit in Aspen.
Yeah.
I was like, who, what? Black
Right.
people go snowboarding and skiing?
It's a beautiful thing.
It's the best thing ever, bro. And you actually, I'll let you, you know what I'm saying? I know you into it, the family into it. So I'm at a 10 across the board right now. I'm good. Not every week is like that, but right now I'm at a 10, I'm good.
I mean, like anything in life, right? We go through what we go through. I'm doing the best I could do. And I have my moments where I have to slow down and kind of look in the mirror and make sure I'm good. I have to ask myself, are you good? You know what I'm saying? So I have a good support team. You know, all in all, I have a really good support team, and I think a lot of us need that. We spoke about that before. You know, and a lot of times when I go and I eat certain ways and I do certain things, I kind of do my own personal checks, my discipline checks to see where I am at, to see if my brain is good, like see my thinking straight. You know, we have moments where we forget the most simplest things, and then that sort of, for me, it frightens me, right? And then at those moments, I wondered, damn, is this creeping up on me? You know, because if you listen to them too long, they'll say all of us are supposed to have CTE. You know, and just really, I'm good though. I'm good.
So from a mental fitness standpoint.
From a mental fitness standpoint, man,
1 to 10.
1 to 10. I'm not a 10. You know, I have my daily struggles. You know, I have my moments when I question myself, but I don't know, man. Probably 7.5, 8. You know, because I'm not perfect.
And personal, family, good. Everybody. Good?
Everything is good. Everything is good. You know, we work on that. But just to go back to Vincent, you know, we were considering doing a spot on location in Tampa. I know we mentioned that right before the Super Bowl, and I reached out to him, and you know, as you mentioned, the things he's done post-career with his restaurant, you know, being an entrepreneur and really just embracing the Tampa community. And I reached out to him to see if we can use his restaurant as a location for the crew if we did decide to go up to Tampa during Super Bowl week. And his response, of course, you know, he's checking out the show. But we didn't get to it, obviously. And then a few weeks after that, or a week or so after that, you know, we have to hear of his untimely death due to whatever the circumstances are, unfortunately.
Cass Social, that's where we were going to, if
right.
They would have opened up the Super Bowl, that's where Fred
Correct.
For us to shoot our Super Bowl episode.
Yeah, man, but yeah, it still messes with me.
Where you at 1 to 10, personal and mental fitness?
I'll say, I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I'll say business-wise, knowing y'all, you know, y'all three, knowing y'all guys, that's the easiest part. So I'm gonna start from number 3 to go to number 1. The business side, bro, we're gonna do our thing because that's what we did our whole life. We had to take care of business. Like the business side of it, keeping the money right, keeping the business right, the media side. Fred is a genius at the investment and stuff. I
I wish.
Fred done taught me so much about the investments and all that stuff, and then what y'all do. That's the easiest thing. That's what we do. That's what we've transitioned from playing ball, from working out to getting ready for a show.
Same routine.
Same routine, and we can get lock in that routine. So business, if anybody asked me about y'all three, I would say business is set. The more important side of it is the personal and the mental health. And the personal side with the family, that's the stress of it. That's the stressor in life. And the mental health, and that's tied to it. So we just went on vacation. Bro, I can't go to Vail. Vail expensive as hell.
It is, bro.
Bro, a beer in Vail is $13 fucking. I went to Vail one time with my family. I told my wife, yeah, this skiing ain't for us because this shit high. So we go to Minnesota. The mountains ain't as big. The shit ain't as nice.
That's why you was in Minnesota?
Bro, it's a mountain and they can slide down with skis? Yeah. Yes, my family skied 4 days while we was up there.
Bro, I hit him up when I was there because I was, in the group chat. Y'all saw me post or whatever, and he's like, "Oh, I'm in Minnesota skiing too." I'm like, "Bro, why you ain't tell me? Like, we could have all went together." So you ain't go because you cheap. He's a Vail,
man. Bro, Vail, bro, he $50 a ski in Minnesota. $1,000 a ski in Vail.
Next time around, look into the Poconos, right? Outside Philly. Camelback Mountain Resort. The whole family, big resort. The kids can play indoor water parks. The whole outdoor small slopes. They have a lot of fun.
The Poconos.
It's funny because I was in Vail and I ran into Peyton Manning. We were staying at the same hotel.
See, look at that. Look at that. Look who's in Vail. It's a perfect example.
But when I was talking to him, I was, we chopping it up, catching up, and then I was like, Eli, he was just skiing. Where was he? He was talking to the Poconos, and Peyton was like, "Who's skiing the Poconos?"
What they say?
Yeah, come on.
But that's what they say, and also with the but just that, taking the family vacation. I know you just did. We were talking about it, and just taking that family vacation, getting away to where those stressors are out of your relationship, where we just lay in the bed and I could talk to my wife, and just about nothing. Just talk to her. What you doing? What's this? What's that? You about to get married, so you might want to, account for this. But yeah, just talk to her without all those stresses in your mind, without, the kids got to go to school, virtual school, get them right, do this and that, and just really talk to your wife. And we've been married now 10 plus years, and that's the thing too. So the personal side for me is the wife and family. And I say it all the time. That's what, when people say like special or what sets you apart from other people, I really think my relationship with my wife and kids is special. Like, I don't think people have a relationship with their sons like I have with my son. And y'all can debate me because y'all have kids, but with my son and my daughter, like, that's special to me. With my newborn, that's special to me. Every time he sees me, he smiles. Gum, he ain't got the gum now. Motherfucker smiles, gummy smiles. But he sees me and he knows that's daddy. And then my wife to be special, so that side. But the mental health side, man, I think we all struggle with that. And Fred, you kind of hit on it where people try to convince us that we're broken. As football players, they try to convince you that you're broken. And I don't want to fall into the fact that I'm broken. I'm not broken. Am I supposed to hit my head into other human beings? I know that was wrong because nobody goes into a grocery store and runs his head into somebody else. Have you ever seen somebody hit each other in aisle 6? Because that's not what humans do. So that's not normal what we did.
Clean up on aisle 6. I ran him over.
Clean up on the 40-yard.
Fred, you cussed me out.
I would have ran your ass.
Fred, no, we played each other. You didn't run me over. You had a chance. You didn't shake me.
Did I shake you?
I got you on the ground.
What?
It was preseason. We ain't
Finish
never
this.
playing regular
We'll
season.
talk about this all.
Yeah. But the mental side of it is where I do fight with the fact that when I have a rough day, when I wake up, quote unquote, on the wrong side of the bed, is that football or is that these stressors that I was just talking about? So to your point, Fred, I can't say I'm at a mental. I would say with business, I'm always at a 10 because I can control that. With my family, I'm always at a 10 because I can control that. I can talk with my wife. We can communicate. And that's the greatest thing about my wife is that we talk about everything. That whole get mad and leave, we ain't getting mad and leaving. We got to talk this shit out. We're going to sit in the same bed. We're going to go to sleep together. But the side of the mental health, I don't know the number because of the fact that it's a muddy water when you talk about ex-football players and mental health. Why do I feel this way? Is it CTE? Or is it just these life stressors? And I really think a lot of players had that problem. Talking about Vincent Jackson, I think a lot of the toxicology report and all that stuff will come out with Vincent. Why would he, quote unquote, drink himself to that? or whatever he did to get to the point that Vincent was in. And that's what scares me when I see dudes we played against.
38, bro.
38 years old. I'm 37. When I like dudes like that, like you see dudes we played with that's younger than us or right at our age. Why did his route head that way? That's what scares me. That's why I can never say my mental health is I can't say it's a 10, Fred.
And we'll talk to the Ocho, but the trickier thing for me is when you look at someone like Vincent, someone who on the surface, you know, and I say this with all respect, you know, to the situation in his family, on the outside, it looks amazing. You know what I mean?
Cast, social.
Everything looks so genuine and so prosperous. You know what I mean? And like it's just ascending. And then we have, you know, something like this happen. And again, we don't know the underlying situation. We don't know that. We haven't found that out yet. But the speculation is because he's an NFL player. You know, I just saw where the family donated his brain to research for CTE. So the speculation is maybe it's another case of CTE that sort of maturated into this, right? So, but we don't know. But again, that's usually what the percentages are. Are we supposed to go that way? 'Cause when you see these guys, we look like we're ascending, then all of a sudden we sort of hit a hurdle, and then things just fall off the cliff. You know what I'm saying? We talked about Sayal just recently. We spoke about Sayal and a few other guys where it seemed like their situations were good, and then next thing you know, what causes us or them to just snap? That's the thing. You're talking about, I'm good. Yeah. You say, I'm good with family, I'm good with this.
Like even with Vincent, you talking about the business. Like you said, it's ascending. His business acumen was ascending. His family was ascending. But what about between your ears?
Like you know, I really can't say that.
But that's
impulsiveness. Like what happens? And what actually happens with this disease? You know what I'm saying? These brain injuries, this disease is ultimately what it becomes. What happens at the end of the day? You know what I'm saying? And I have a few other things I want to talk about, but go ahead.
Just to top that off, it's like, I think we need to bring on Jared Aldrich back because he did a whole documentary on CTE. Yeah, and me and Jared got into it when we were talking the I Am Black with Ahmaud Arbery and just our different viewpoints or whatever. But I think he has some interesting. He has an interesting perspective on this, and he can also educate a lot of people because he spent years doing research and traveling the world, asking questions with the top doctors in the world about CTE. A lot of people don't understand it. But I gotta say, man, like this Vincent Jackson deal, it really rocked me, and that's why I think like this conversation is important because we don't do this. Like men don't do this. Women do it naturally, and to me, it starts from childhood, where, I got twins, and I always I stole this from my pastor. Twins, boy, girl, Z and Ziggy. Z and Ziggy go outside, they both fall down. What we do in society is we pick up the little girl and we validate her, and we say, "Oh, baby, it's okay." Okay to cry, to show your emotions, express yourself in that manner. So we're validating her to connect with those emotions. Our little boys fall down. I don't know where you guys are at with this. We all got boys, sons. It's get up. You know what I'm saying? Be tough. Boys don't cry. So like this right here is important because bro sat there for 3 days. You know what I'm saying? And we're, teammates, coaches. Why we don't check in on each other? Why we don't talk like this? You know what I mean? 3 days, bro. And like you say, on the outside, cast, social, his foundation, family, everything looked good. Everybody speaking so good about him, like not him. So it's powerful, man. This one rocked me, Ocho.
I mean, this is dope, and this is something I've never done before. I've never been a part of anything like that. And when you talk about checking in, it normally comes from your immediate family members, your mama, your father, your kids. Obviously yours, maybe not old enough to be able to do that, but I get that at home from that small support group that I do have. Business-wise, as always, you know, it's a train. It's a train. It's like an engine. It's a well-oiled machine. That's always going to be going. Personally, obviously, my support system is extremely small. Always has been. I have immediate family that are there, but outside of that, my support system is always the kids, their moms. We all work as one big unit, so I consider them my support system. Obviously now, Sherelle has become part of that, so I could say I'm a 10. Mentally, you know, I lost mom. We lost my hurricane, so probably a 7. You know, it fucked me up a little bit to lose, you know, the person that birthed me. You know, the person responsible for who I am. And other than that, I've been good. But the fact that I've been going and keeping busy, how can I get my mind off of that? Because that memory is gonna always be there. You know, being able to smile, look at the videos, and always live through those moments that we had, good and bad. You know, that's it. Other than that, I like life in general because each day is fucking different. But what I learned through the ups and downs that not only I've been through, all of us sitting here and the people that are going to see this, is finding that happy medium and that balance to get that motherfucking pendulum, to keep it from swinging and try to get that bitch like this every single day. And not allowing outside thing to deter that joy. Yeah. And I somewhat want to say I've mastered that because when you see me tweeting or you see me in public, it's I love you. I'm hugging people. I'm always smiling. And one of my lowest moments happened, you know, 2-3 weeks ago when I got that call, you know, yo, you need to come by. And I knew there was a problem because I got a call from an immediate family member. Wait, you normally don't call me. And I called from 3 other people. Wait, how you even get my number when my number changed in December? So I knew it was an issue. And I called my brother right away. And then he answered the phone crying. I just hung up. I already knew what time it was. And so then I mentally prepared myself to bury my old girl. And here we go.
Yeah.
That was forever. That was from the first person you ever saw, first person you ever remember, to now. You know, my mom had breast cancer, and now she had skin cancer. And when all that happens, I think about it. Well, we're not immortal. Everybody has an expiration date. And to deal with that, why don't we, to y'all's point, why don't we talk to each other? Like Chad, you just said, your support system is small. We so cool with each other. Our kids play together. We hang out, we party, we gamble. Why don't men talk to each other about stuff like this? Why when I having a tough time, do I not call y'all?
Like what Brandon said just a few minutes ago. You know, like Ziggy.
Z and Ziggy, yeah. Z is the boy, yep.
Right, Z. You teach your son to be strong and be tough. You play football. They say you're a warrior. Is what the coaches told you your entire life, right? You're a gladiator. So you're supposed to be tough. And a lot of guys can't separate the field from life. You've seen that before, where everything they do is football. You know what I'm saying? And that toughness, it carries over into real life. And for that, a lot of guys don't want to share or look weak. You know, they're so prideful, right? So we get into these situations where we've done a very transparent job of being vulnerable, you know, just being real. I don't want to say being vulnerable, but being real and just showing our vulnerability. And that's why, you know, so many people are engaged, you know, to the show.
So I guess my question is this, like, or are you really at a 7? You know what I'm saying? And the
Definitely.
reason why I say that, right? Because like, is it a 7 or is it a 3? Because
Nah, because if it was a 3, I wouldn't be able to function.
yeah,
I wouldn't be able to function.
but because of the machismo, because of the like what you just said, Fred. You know what I mean about Channing asked why, and then you went into what you just said, because we macho.
No,
Right.
It's not about that. But I can't be macho, and I'm not in a position because kids. That train has to keep moving. So if I'm at a 3, I'm flatline. I can't flatline. There's no time to flatline. I have time to grieve. I've done my grieving, and I will continue to grieve over and over. I will continue to cry over and over. But that train has to keep going. So I'm at a 7. A 7 is okay. A 5, I'm on my deathbed, but I ain't dead. But if you give me a 3, ain't no reason to be living.
So I know it's all fresh. I know it's all fresh, but is there, you know, I haven't lost a parent yet, you know, so I don't even know what that experience is like. And to be honest with you, because of what we talking about, the machismo, I don't know how it would feel, you know, because like how we trained and how we built, you know, just keep going, like you said. So like, is there, like, there's a lot of people who have, what, you know, is there anything they can learn from your experience?
I mean, mine is still early, you know? So I'm still processing everything. I'm still learning to live with it. I'm still learning to be able to drive down, you know, to grandma's house, obviously passed in 2018, and not see my mom out there on the front porch. I'm learning to pull up and sit in her chair and not have her sitting there smoking her weed with that Tanqueray and Ruby Red vodka, you know, mixture. You feel me?
I like her style.
Hey, listen.
Let me ask you this though. Does it make you feel at peace knowing that that's life's natural progression? Meaning, hold up, meaning, have you ever asked yourself, what if she had to bury you? You're not supposed to bury, you don't want to ever have to bury your child.
Remember that mock?
You know what I mean?
You remember, y'all probably remember. Anybody remember the marriage boot camp? And I'm talking to everybody in here. Remember I did marriage boot camp family edition because my mom and I, we've always like this because my grandma raised me. So the marriage boot camp edition, there was a mock funeral to try to get my mom to understand what would happen if you had to bury a son. So we did the whole, me in the casket, the whole night, the makeup as if I had passed. And you talk about TV gold was my old girl. She don't cut no corners and don't pull no punches, which is why we call her Hurricane Paula, because that season when it came to her was year round. And she walked in there, she looked at me in the casket, and the doctor at the time was like, Paula, this is your son. He just passed away. Anything you want to say, anything you feel? No, I don't feel anything.
Yeah.
Listen, this is my mama.
Yeah.
So I'm numb to this because I've been dealing with it since here. Yeah. The rest of the world like, yo, what the fuck? And she's like, would you want to say anything? You want to close the casket at least? No, I don't work for the funeral home. Let them close it. Yeah. Mind you, this is just a mock funeral. And she said, you know what? I'm not a part of this family. Let his baby mamas and his kids roll his ass on up out of here. Listen, y'all, listen, but that's what I'm used to. The rest of the world's like, yeah, you're not supposed to, but that's the way we were. Yeah. Listen, I can share this story. I sat with her on the porch, January 12th. Never forget, January 12th, and she was upset about something. Some Rail threw me a surprise birthday party. Wasn't a party. I said, Rail, don't throw me nothing. I don't like parties. I don't like groups. I don't like large gatherings. Listen, just give me a cigar, give me some Starbucks, I smoke, and I'm good. So my oldest daughter wanted to have dinner. So I went to dinner with the kids and Sherelle. So Sherelle and I went to my mama's house the next day. And my mama asked, well, what did y'all do for his birthday? And Sherelle told her, well, his daughter wanted to have a birthday dinner for their dad. And what's the first thing my mama said? Well, why in the wasn't I invited?
Yeah, Hurricane.
January 12th. Let me see, where my camera at? January 12th, when I woke up, these are her last messages. You can see, if you gotta zoom in, this is her, let me have it. Fred, you see it still going? It's still going. Listen, I couldn't respond because if I respond, it's going to add fuel to the fire. But then I couldn't respond, and I felt bad because a few days later I got the call that she had passed. But this is the thing. I had to stand up at the funeral and talk. And I said, anyone that's in here that had to deal with Hurricane Paul at any point in life, stand up. The whole church stood up. Everybody stood up. So this is the thing. I talked about the message and her cussing my ass out before she left this earth. And if it was an I love you, if it was a goodbye, it wouldn't have been my mama. Right. And so she left earth the same way we always combative, going at it, and that in a sense, it gives me peace. You know what I mean? It might sound weird to some people, but that's what I'm used to. And getting an I love you and a hug, it wouldn't fit right.
And for that reason is why you're a 7.
I'm good.
That's all we ask you. Well, no, we can't ask you to be that, but
I'm good. It's different. We all deal with things different. Obviously, I've never lost a parent. I lost my grandma who raised me in 2018. And then Mom and I, we like this, but there's a in between. So obviously that's why that was a point of going on the show. How can I rectify our relationship, which we never had because you didn't raise me, in a controlled environment where you can't run. You can't go nowhere. So we got to sit here, we got to talk, we got to get through this. And it didn't work out. She left the show early, cussed the producers out. And what we wanted to do was, I wanted to get her in that environment and know what it felt like to actually have that mom and what it's supposed to be like.
First of all, appreciate you sharing that, bro.
Yeah, right.
And second, like, I'm gonna be honest, I just don't know how I would deal with it. I just feel like that machismo, that mentality of being a football player is just like different.
Listen, that macho stuff was out the window. Listen, when I got that call, that macho stuff was out the window. It was out the window. Yeah. You know,
The thing is, like, you had a 7. No, but I don't know if it is because you had a 7. And what you said was like, you know, I got family, I got my daughters, I can't be a 5. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I had my moment at being a 5 and grieving and losing. I was dead to the world for 2 weeks. Yeah. You know, sitting there laughing, going through pictures, watching videos, doing all that, remembering the good times, remembering the bad, and laughing.
Let me say this, like, and this may be awkward. I don't know how this is gonna go, but like, when I gave my life to Christ in 2011, playing for the Dolphins, you know, that's when everything, my worlds collided. I was at Redeeming Word Christian Center, and Pastor Lonnie, Pastor Ad's son, came up and he just hugged me so tight. I went to the front, to the altar, and he just hugged me so tight, bro. And I was like, I never had a man hug me like that, bro. Like, it just felt different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love you. I'm here for you. You know what I'm saying? So, like, bro, I'm here for you. I love you, bro. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I appreciate you sharing that and whatever, bro. Like,
oh, we can hugs?
Yeah.
Come on, for real. Here.
Oh, we all
Yeah, like,
yeah, we gotta do it like Martin.
Come on, bro. Look, Fred, he still got that machismo stuff going on. Come on over here,
Man,
bro.
they wanna touch
bro.
each other.
Straight up, bro. We good. Love you, bro.
Hey, respect. But at the same time, this is what
Nah,
the
stay right here.
young boys need to see.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's what they need to see, man. You good?
I'm
You
good,
bro?
Yeah. Don't grab my butt.
See, dog. That's why.
I was about to cry with you. And you say, don't grab my butt.
I was talking to Shannon.
Give me a hug, bro. Love you, bro.
Man, that's crazy.
Nah, bro. I just think you just
Listen.
told the story just phenomenal, bro. Like,
Man, she didn't play. And again, who you were.
Hey, yeah, we never did Chef Nancy.
I know.
Huh?
You want to eat still?
Oh.
yeah, come on,
Food.
chef. So,
Wait, Chef, what we got?
Jerk shrimp,
Jerk shrimp,
rice and peas,
rice and peas, plantains,
and soy ginger green beans.
and soy ginger. I remember ginger. I used to date a ginger.
so
My food good, man.
we just talked about checking in. It got kind of emotional. Have you ever dealt with, you know,
Absolutely.
loss?
My brother 19 years that he passed, but that was my first friend. Like a year and 6 months apart, he got hit by a car by a drunk driver. Right. And his birthday and the anniversary of his death, it's never easy. Even when cars fly past me fast, it's like my legs start to feel like noodles because I know he, died from vehicular manslaughter. Mm-hmm. But one thing I can say to you is that we have amazing memories. And I know for a fact that he's super proud of me, So that makes a big deal. And at least your mom got to see, you know what I mean? Me being on Good Morning America a few weeks back, my parents got to see that.
Yeah.
My dad is 89 and my mother's 84. And for me, I was like I always say it was the black sheep turned goat. Mm-hmm. So the black sheep,
goat?
yes,
You're the greatest of all time in that?
in my family, the black. So when I told them that, and I told my brothers and they was like, whatever. but yeah, it was the black sheep turned goat, and it was an amazing experience for them to get to see that. You know what I mean? They actually called me today. Your boss is on TV. I say he's on TV every day, Mom. Well, tell him his skin look good. I said, okay, I'll tell. But for me to be able to make her proud after all these years, I mean, and I'm sure your mom getting to see you, and you made her proud. That's a big deal in itself. You know what I mean?
Appreciate you, Chef. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Love
Enjoy.
you.
Love you too.
Pastor Reese, one of our producers here, close us out in prayer. Chef brought the food. Let's bless the food and, obviously wherever your spirit take you.
I just thank you, Lord, for using these guys. Continue to pour out your spirit in them and through them, God, that they would be used by you mightily in different, various ways. And I thank you, Father God, for all that you're doing here. Minister to those cracks, those crevices. God, fill every void. Father, renew purpose and vision, God, that they would continue to do what they've been placed on this planet to do. And Father, bless this food. Let it be a nourishment to their bodies. And I ask it in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Love you.
I don't love y'all.
We had to fight to get a meal. Yeah, wrongfully accused. We had to fight to get appeals. That's why we right to get a deal. He on the team, he gotta eat, despite your skills. Keep it riding for the fam. You gotta light the wheels straight up. But in the past bad, work up in the trash bag. I'll pass a lot to take the test before I pass class. And my family needed bread. I had to come correct. That's